Welcome to EDL 701, Leadership in Educational Organizations 1 in the beginning of a new semester. What I'd like to do today is provide a brief overview of the course, readings, papers, and quizzes. The course focuses on the study of leadership and places particular emphasis on understanding the nature, defining characteristics, responsibilities, contextual determinants, and importance of organizational leadership. The course will extend and apply theoretical knowledge to professional practice in managing and leading complex organizations by using the case study method. We will accomplish this work by using 4 frames, including structural, human resource, political, and symbolic. Using findings from case analyses to recommend solutions to case study problems, and critiquing the strengths and weaknesses of each of the 4 frames. As noted in the syllabus, the primary text that we will use in the course is Bowman and Deal's 2008, Reframing Organizations, Artistry, Choice, and Leadership. You may also want to get a copy of Owen's book, Organizational Behavior in Education, Adaptive Leadership, and School Reform, as a general reference text. For those who have an interest in higher education, I would also recommend getting a copy of Bowman and Gallo's 2011, Reframing Academic Leadership. Reframing organizations and its 4-frame approach is different from standard organizational behavior texts and is distinctive in its developmental focus, goals, and style. The book attempts to teach a way of thinking about the organizational world and managing its complexity. When we begin to talk about framing experience, changing the ways in which people make sense out of their world, and helping people understand and cope with increasing complexity, we do more than teach facts about organizations and management theory. We address basic developmental issues while exploring the day-to-day realities of modern organizations. Another distinctive feature of Reframing Organizations is the author's consistent emphasis on both management and leadership. Rather than marching through a standard set of topics, leaving students to sort through theories and research to make them useful for practice, the authors emphasize applying a well-organized knowledge base to professional practice and provide opportunities to analyze case studies. The book also is unique in that it examines management and leadership in different types of organizational settings, including schools, university, the military, and private sector companies, which makes it both interesting and highly relevant. I would also like to recommend that you purchase copies of 2 books that will help you with your academic writing, including the APA Manual and Strunk and White, Elements of Style. I've also included several suggested readings. Students may obtain used copies of these supplemental texts, including Shaffert's and Ott, Classics of Organizational Theory, and Hoy and Miskell, Educational Administration, Theory, Research, and Practice. However, if you get a copy of Owen's, you won't need a copy of Hoy and Miskell because they basically cover the same material. YouTube video lectures and corresponding PowerPoints will be available online. They are aligned with the 4 learning modules in the course: structural, human resource, political, and symbolic, and are intended to supplement student independent learning. They may vary in length and include short learning module lectures, as well as videos that focus on specific organizational and leadership concepts, as well as case study analyses. In addition, assigned EDL YouTube videos and PowerPoints and readings will be posted online as supplemental resources to this course. As graduate students, you'll be expected to assume a major responsibility for your own learning, whether you participate in on-campus seminars or use online learning formats. In this regard, students are strongly encouraged to work collaboratively with your peers and engage in discussions about organizational and leadership theories and their use in analyzing assigned case studies. If you have any questions regarding the course content or assignments, you should contact me via email. My virtual and on-campus office hours are posted in the syllabus as 2 to 5 p.m. on Monday and by appointment via email. My preferred method of initial communication, however, is email. We may follow this up with a telephone conversation, Skype, or Adobe Connect. Please note that UK policy requires instructors to communicate with students using their uky.edu email address rather than a personal email address. So please check or link to the UKY.edu system. The EDL 701 syllabus provides useful information on a wide array of topics that may facilitate your participation in the course, help solve technical problems, and become familiar with University of Kentucky policies. Let's take a quick look at the assignments. Individual and class participation are expectations of all doctoral students. The course will have several types of assignments, including learning checks or online quizzes, and case study papers. The distribution of credit for these assignments are shown below in the schematic. You have 6 online content quizzes and 4 case analysis papers. You'll be allowed to rewrite the first 2. The 6 learning checks, or content knowledge quizzes, are aligned with assigned learning module readings in Bowman and Deal and are scheduled in the course syllabus. The quizzes will be posted online at the beginning of the semester. Students may complete any quiz at any time prior to the posted completion deadline date and time, which is 11 p.m. It is advised that you complete the quiz at least 1 day prior to the deadline to allow you to contact staff between 8 and 5 p.m. at the UK Help Desk and correct any technical problems that you may encounter. Each quiz has 20 questions. It has a time limit of a total of 1 hour. There are 2 sections to the quiz, true and false and multiple choice. Questions in the order of optional answers will be randomly changed for each student. Students will have only 1 opportunity to take each quiz. Once you start the quiz, you must complete it, and you may not go back and change your answers once you move to another question. All students are expected to adhere to the University of Kentucky Honor Code when taking the quiz. 4 case analysis papers will be required. They'll focus on the structural, human resource, political, and symbolic frames. These papers will provide students with an opportunity to identify and analyze case events, offer viable solutions to problems, and critique the strengths and weaknesses of each theoretical frame. The typical length of a case analysis paper is between 8 and 10 pages. However, students' writing style may determine its final length. Each case study paper will focus on 1 frame. It will include 5 sections. Up first, a brief overview of the case study events that are frame specific. Second, a brief overview of the assumptions of the theoretical frame, as well as a discussion of the leadership and organizational theories that you will use in analyzing the identified problems. Third, an analysis of events using relevant theories. Fourth, a set of recommendations aligned with the problems identified in the analysis. And fifth, a critique of the strengths and weaknesses of the specific theoretical frame used. Let's talk briefly about how I'll provide guidance on writing case analysis papers and providing feedback on your work. The critique sheet is your template for writing your case analysis papers. It includes brief descriptions of content, section by section, and indicates how points are distributed. The purpose of the critique sheet not only is to serve as your writing guide, but also focuses my comments so you can better understand your paper's strengths and weaknesses. My comments will be presented under each section of the paper, are detailed, and may include references to page, paragraph, and sentences. If you want to rewrite your paper, I will use the critique sheet as my grading guide to determine if you have improved the paper based on my feedback. I expect students to put their best effort forward in every assignment. However, I'm also a firm believer in mastery learning. Consequently, I offer students an opportunity to rewrite the first 2 papers based on my feedback. I record the highest grade earned in each paper. The syllabus in the following slides introduce you to the course calendar and give you important information about learning module readings, assignment due dates, learning check deadlines, and so forth. You should pay particular attention to the guiding questions for learning module segments, as they are aligned with the assigned readings in Bullman and Deal and the quizzes. Also, I have scheduled class sessions that correspond with completing your preliminary case analysis for each frame. Following the group work, I will post YouTube video and PowerPoints that provides a step-by-step case analysis. Take a look at the course calendar in the syllabus and pay particular attention to session dates, paper, and quiz deadlines. As the semester progresses, I'm sure you'll have questions about course content, assignments, and papers. The quickest way to contact me is via email. I'm really looking forward to working with you this semester.